What's up, Steak Squad? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're doing something that is highly requested by you guys. Ever since the 1.13 update on Black Ops 4, they had a lot of weapon changes and weapon tuning. You guys have been asking me to do an updated SnD class setup guide for you guys. So that is what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be showcasing the best SnD classes to run in Black Ops 4. So do me a favor, leave a like on it, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Join the Steak Squad. If you have never been here before and you're considering subscribing, well, nice to meet you. My name is Dylan, aka Seek or Seeker. A little bit about me: I'm a member of Karnage clan. My channel is all about Call of Duty content, particularly Search and Destroy. I play a lot of SnD, but I do other game modes as well. Do a lot of Search and Destroy sniping, just updates and little things, just Call of Duty in general. So if you guys are new and interested in joining the squad, hit that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. Anyways, though, before I get into the classes, I do want to specify something real quick. I say this before I start every single class video. What works for me may not work for you. What I mean by that is I don't want to see some comment of somebody looking at my classes, pausing the video, and some keyboard warrior going in and leaving a long comment telling me how dumb my class is and how stupid I am. I don't care about that. I'm not going to read it. What works for me may not work for you. These are what I believe to be the best SnD classes. You now may be asking yourself, Seek, why do you think that you know the best SnD classes? Well, I did hit Master Prestige Search and Destroy only on Black Ops 4, and I do currently hold the world record for the most kills in a Search and Destroy game on Black Ops 4. So when it comes to BO4 SnD, I've played quite a bit, and I think I know my stuff. But if you have any issues with that, don't leave me an angry comment, because I really don't care. But if you do have a question about a class, or there's one thing you kind of want to change on a class, or you're asking my thoughts about that or whatever, feel free to leave a question. Totally cool leaving a question and answering it. There's one attachment you'd rather run instead of one that I have on my classes. Feel free to ask me a question on why I run one thing over the other, or if it's okay for you to switch that out. Go for it. I'm totally cool with that. No worries. Let's just not leave some giant angry rant in the comments section saying how dumb I am for running a certain attachment or a certain perk or whatever. You'd be surprised how many of those I get, even though I say this every single time I do a class video. Anyways, though, let's hop into the classes. Alright, before I get into the classes, I want to specify for people that are watching this for CWL competitive SnD classes, these are not catered towards competitive. These classes are not made for competitive, but you can change stuff around and make them really good for competitive. There's certain perks like Gung Ho that I run on these classes that are not allowed in competitive, that if you simply change it out for a different perk or whatever, these classes would be pretty good. So I'm just letting you know right now, if you're a competitive player watching this video, look at these classes, but you won't be able to copy them all exactly because some of the stuff I run on these are banned, because these classes are just made for public match and not for competitive. Just want to throw that out there. Anyways, though, we are starting up with my Rush class. This is probably the class I run the most out of any other class in this game. This is my Spitfire Rush class, or my full Rush class. This is the class that I run. I'm wanting to rush straight into the enemy spawn and demolish the team. Now on my Spitfire, I'm simple. I just run fast mags and extended mags, and that's it. I do not run Wildfire. A lot of people run Wildfire on their Spitfire, which makes it insane for close range. Yes, in some cases the Wildfire, yes, it can destroy an SG-12 or a Rampage shotgun at close range. Yeah, sure, but if you get in any range at all, any mid-range or long-range gunfights, you're screwed. Not that you should be challenging mid-range or long-range gunfights with the Spitfire, but it's SnD, and in SnD you never know what gunfights you're going to be forced to challenge. And if you have Wildfire and you're challenging mid-range, you're absolutely screwed. Whereas the Spitfire without Wildfire is already insanely good at close range, and is decent in mid-range if you can control the recoil, which will allow you to win those mid-range gunfights that you're forced to fight. That's why I do not run Wildfire. Now my secondary, we'll get to why I have that on in a minute. But my gear, I'm running Stim Shot because this is a class I rush with. I rush really quickly. I want to be able to heal whenever I want to heal. So having Stim Shot to be able to heal whenever I want is perfect. You may argue, we'll run Acoustic Sensor. Yes, Acoustic Sensor is godly and absolutely insane. But I try to stay away from it. And especially on this class, Stim Shot in my eyes is a little more helpful, because Acoustic Sensor does tell me where enemies are corners wise. But as long as you check your corners, being able to heal fast is a lot more helpful than being able to know what corners people in before you check them. Moving on with my perks, I run Tac Mask, Gung Ho, Lightweight, and Dead Silence. Dead Silence to stay silent, Gung Ho and Lightweight for running fast and winning my gunfights, and then Tac Mask because this is a rush class. I don't want to get stunned and have to deal with that. If I get stunned in the middle of the map trying to rush in their spawn, I want to be able to survive Whereas if I get 9 bang without Tech Mask, I'm absolutely screwed. Now for my secondary, the reason why I have a cap 40 on is my secondary. If you don't have the cap 40, it doesn't really matter. You can whatever pistol you want. This is just kind of there just to be there. The cap 40 is my personal favorite pistol in the game though. The reason why I have this on though is because if I get rid of the cap 40, I only have one slot left, and there's nothing I can put on. I can't put on an extra perk. I don't want to sight on my Spitfire, so I just have a cap 40 there just because why not? Alright, on to my second class. This is by far the sweatiest class on my list. This is the absolute peak of sweaty SnD tryhard, alright? We've got the SOG 9mm, a double stock, and fast mag. Well, you may be saying, hey Seek, these are updated classes. Why do you have the SOG with double stock, considering double stock got nerfed and this gun is not good without it? Well, it did get nerfed, but they rebuffed it. As of recording this video, March 1st, they rebuffed the SOG with stock. It's back to where it was before 1.13. This gun is godly again, if you guys don't know. It's back, baby. So, double stock with fast mags is a solid thing to run because it's back to where it was before when it was absolutely insane. Now, for my gear on this one, I've got acoustic sensor. This is not a rush class. This is I'm in a close game and I want to win, and these guys are running acoustic sensor. I'm going to play it slow, camp the bomb sites out, and just pick them off as they come and rush me. This is what that's for, which is why I'm an acoustic sensor so I can know where they're going and hear where they're coming. And I'm not going to need to heal constantly with stim shot because I'm not going to be rushing into their spawn. So I have acoustic sensor on. Perk 1, I don't have tac mask on simply because I don't have room on my other perks I feel are more important than running tac mask, because when I'm not rushing up completely, I'm less likely to get 9 bang. Because 9 bangs, you're typically going to get flashed and whatnot in the middle of the map trying to cut you off from a rush or a main point. But if I'm just sitting on the objective, I'm a little less likely to get 9 bang. It can still happen, yes, but it's just not going to happen as often. Perk 2, Gung-Ho and Dexterity. Not running lightweight because I'm not rushing, and Gung-Ho and Dexterity help you win gunfights, so I'm running those. Dead Silence to stay styling. Obviously, if you don't run Dead Silence on every single SnD class, you're doing things wrong. Dead Silence, every class, no matter what. If you're playing Search and Destroy, run it. Since it's update 1.13, I wanted to mention this MX9 class that I've got here. The MX9 got buffed in the update, and this gun is really fun to use since then, and it feels whole lot stronger, definitely up there on the SMG scale now, and I'm really enjoying this gun, so I wanted to showcase what I've been running with it. Running rapid fire, hybrid mags, and FMJ, and then I'm running a stim shot because I mainly use a rush class. I don't run acoustic sensor that much. When I'm not running acoustic, it's typically because I'm rushing and playing normally. I only run my acoustic classes when it's a really sweaty competitive game. Other than that, I'm rushing with stim shot, so I have stim shot on to rush to the enemies. Moving on, perk 1, I don't have room for it because FMJ on this gun, I really like having FMJ on this gun just because in the case scenario where I run into a Spitfire or a SOG that is a better SMG than this gun and the person has armor, I like having FMJ because it helps me win the gunfight, so I tend to run that over tac mask. Perk 2, lightweight Gung-Ho. Gung-Ho because Gung-Ho is insanely helpful for winning gunfights, and then lightweight to move fast as rush class, and then of course, Dead Silence. Alright, on to the rifle class. We're starting it off with possibly the new best gun in Black Ops 4. After the update, this gun was good before the update, and then after the update, this gun is just absolutely insane. This is the Auger DMR. I run red dot, high cal 2 for that double damage, and FMJ to blow through that armor, so when I'm on a head glitch, you can't touch me. Then I'm running gear, I'm running stim shot, and then I have tac mask, Gung-Ho, and Dead Silence. No lightweight because there's no reason to rush, and I have tac mask on in case I get flashed while on a head glitch. Alright, another gun after the 1.13 update that got a massive buff. I'm running the same perk and gear setup that I'm running on the Auger class, but different gun, different attachments. The Swordfish. The Swordfish after the update is pretty insane. I'm running red dot, double quick draw, and FMJ on this gun. Really solid, really strong. Love having that double quick draw. Now, one thing that I'm not running that a lot of people are probably wondering about is Pentaburst. Why am I not using Pentaburst? Well, after the Swordfish buff with the fire rate and the damage buffs that this gun has gotten throughout the game's life cycle, this gun doesn't really need that Pentaburst to be good anymore. It's kind of more helpful to not have Pentaburst so that you can fire the gun quicker. So if you're in a close range gunfight, you can get burst off quicker, which tend to be more helpful than having Pentaburst in this situation. I used to be a Pentaburst all day guy, but now I've grown to really like not running Pentaburst a whole lot more. Alright, last but not least, my ICR class. This class has stayed the same since this game came out, and I absolutely love this class, and I still love it. It is just a really great class to run for any search and destroy situation, any clutch situation, whether it's a close game or a game where you're just dominating. This class is just perfect to run for any scenario. We've got the ICR with red dot, double grip, so we reduce that flinch and recoil. Even though it doesn't have any recoil, it still reduces the no recoil that it has. And then you've got FMJ to blow through that armor, running stim shot, tac mask, gung ho, and dead silence. Overall, this is a really good class. This is probably overall the most comfortable class to run. If you're wanting to play search and you're kind of new to the SnD game and you're wanting a class that's just a good class to get you going and get you learning, this is the class to run. This class is really solid for any player. If you're competitive, sweaty, or if you like to rush and move around, you can use this class for pretty much any scenario, which is why I love it, which is why it has stayed in my list of classes since this game came out. Alright guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found it helpful in some way. Do me a favor and leave a like if you made it this far, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, join the Seek Squad. I will catch you all in the next one. Seek and Destroy is the secret.